Right then, the Capri.
That's a rarity, a 2 litre S. Don't see too many of them here. Pinto engine, of course. Wonderful engine.
Aren't they just?
You know, when they came out, this Pinto engine, we didn't know quite what to make of them really. You know, I mean, I remember them obviously coming onto the market, and that name Pinto didn't go down very well. It shouts American, didn't it? Which I suppose it is. And we didn't like the sound of that. You know, not right. And then we looked at it and thought, oh dear me, what's all this about? Over in camp. And of course, typical British, aren't we? It was like, no, like the V engines, we didn't like them, we didn't like the overhead cam, we didn't like the V8, unless it was like an old crap old side valve or an overhead valve traditional style engine. We didn't like it at all. We weren't even keen on crossflows in the first place. You know. We weren't keen on them. You know, I suppose we didn't understand them or I don't know. But when this engine came out, as I say, we were like, oh, American that, you know, we can, let's get a 1600E or something like that, you know. And they proved to be absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'll stick with you now, you know, and there'll be a close run thing between the BMC B series engine or that as being the best engine ever produced, in my opinion. And I think that I do honestly. I rate that engine so much, and I mean, it's so good. You're racing one today, same thing. It's just absolutely amazing engine. The power output was tremendous, and these things like this 2 litre, for argument's sake, or 2 litre Cortinas, in my opinion, they were the first family style car that would go down the motorway all day long at 80 mile an hour. You know, it was a stigma, a thing you see on the M1, and we lived on the M1, as you know, and you had to keep up a certain speed on the M1 when it all came out. You know, you couldn't go on there unless you were doing like you could do 50 mile an hour. So cars that couldn't maintain that speed, generally speaking, wouldn't risk going on there. So it was a big thing when something like this came out, and you could jump in it at Cranfield there, get on at 13, and go down to the bottom of the motorway, and never drop below 85 mile an hour, because that's what we did. You know, to get the speed limit, that's what we did. And these engines would stand it all day long. So it tells you what a fabulous engine they are. So anyway, this one, back to it, 2 litre S, yeah, a bit of a rarity, unusual. Obviously it's going to want some paint sooner or later, but you get the impression it's quite a solid old car, doesn't it? I love this 2 litre S interior. Filthy dirty, look, wants a really, really good clean. And an easy repair there. If you can't match it up with fabric, get a leather, put a little bit of leather in there, that's what we used to do. Just cut it at an angle so it looks as though it come out of the factory, don't do it square. And just put a little bit of leather on there. It's not a bad thing, because it'll never go again. That's it, fine then. But in all honesty, it'll clean up quite nice, this old thing. Wants paint, doesn't it, obviously. Factory roof, look. 4-speed gearbox. 4-speed.
No, really? 5-speed, I think. Ignore that gear knob.
Really?
Yeah, reverse is down and... Oh, my. Is it?
4-speed?
Oh, it is. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I do seem to remember 4-speed. It must be an early one. Do you know what year it is?
Not a clue. Obviously the rocket box then, is it?
What?
The rocket box, what they call them, isn't it?
This one?
I think, yeah.
Is that what it is? I don't know. Sweet old car though. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? We used to take that box off, put a straight bit of pipe on.
Yeah.
Sound really nice. What a nice, sweet sounding old car. Oh, it's got some sort of CD player in there and some other stuff in there. I don't know what it's got. Some sort of Pioneer, something or other. Got a load of gubbins in there anyway, sort of in-car entertainment system in there by the looks of it. But nice old car. Good old pressure. Exactly as it should be. 18,000, looks a bit old-fashioned, doesn't it? Been round, I'm sure. Yeah, cheap old radio in there. You can see we'll have a Ford one in. But I loved them. I really loved them. Ran a Capri for a good number of years. Beautiful. 2 litre GT XLR. What's the paint job? What's getting at? Oh, it's got one of them big things on the back. Get that gone. Boy racer. What's the paint job? Bumpers paint and stuff like that. Bloody good clean. That little bit of rear seat there repaired. I'm titivating. A little bit more than a weekend's work, to be fair. But when it comes back from the... That's to hold that up, isn't it, obviously. When it comes back from... only be one of these gone, wouldn't it? One would be alright, but it won't hold it up on its own. Yeah, when it comes back from the paint shop, that's when you want to spend a good long weekend minting her up, have the wheels refurbished. Tell you what, you've got the makings of a nice old car. That's a shame. Put a door bottom in, won't you, or do something. So that wants a bit of attention. So you're not talking about a cheap paint job, are you? I mean, you'd be daft if you spent any less than like 3 or 4 grand on a paint job on that, wouldn't you? Because you wouldn't get that much of a job these days, would you? And so I'd have a nice job done on it, because I think, personally, I think the car's worth it. I think it will make a right nice old car. Big paint job, bumpers included, and all the rest of it. That seat repair, a couple of rear struts, good service over. You've got a right level old. Now that has got the makings, definitely. You're going to spend 5 grand on it, aren't you? No trouble at all. So if you buy it accordingly with 5 grand expenditure, don't expect to make any money at the end of the day, because we all know it don't work. But that's worth buying with 5 grand expenditure in mind.